Dick's Sporting Goods kickoff week from a sold-out Bill Snyder Family Stadium in Manhattan, Kansas, matching UCLA from the Pac-10 against Kansas State from the Big 12.
You just mentioned the wind, something to keep an eye on in the kicking game today.
No question, because it's huge in this stadium.
Jeff Locke, the outstanding punter, sends this one back to the 25 where Tremaine Thompson fields it. Thompson across the 40 out to the 46. 21-yard return for Tremaine Thompson. So the Kansas State offense. Audible from Kaufman. Pressure throws to the flat. A dangerous pass is caught out there, but Hester makes the stop. Thompson makes the grab.
That's a dangerous throw, Coach. All the way across the field. Little reward, a 2-yard gain. And the team speed in the secondary of UCLA, I'd be very careful about putting that much air on a swing pass.
Yeah, and the receiver's going, timeout, wait a second, don't.
Get him! Kaufman on the roll. Pressured again, now he cuts it back, running away from the Bruin defense. The ball is on the ground. Kaufman is ruled down after the tackle from Sean Westgate, the weak side linebacker.
One of the things Carson told us yesterday when looking at this UCLA defense is they're pretty vanilla. Pretty, right? There's a lot of 4-3, cover 4. Not the case here as this second quarter's unfolded. We've seen the fire zone blitz. We saw Westgate on an earlier blitz. And once again, more pressure, a 3-down front that time for UCLA.
On their next possession. K-State football with Daniel Thomas, last year's Big 12 leader in rushing yards behind the quarterback Carson Kaufman. Fake to Thomas, reverse. This is Smith. Call it a double reverse as he gives to Tremaine Thompson. A lot of movement, only a yard down, a yard gained.
He's just coming in his own offensive.
Offset eye backfield, Kaufman running the option. Thought about the pitch, keeps and leans forward for a first down. Westgate makes the stop. They're rolling to 10.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Klein is the quarterback, running the option. Pitch to Thomas. Bottled up and dragged down. Sean Westgate makes a stop as we check in with Robert Flores. Day now for William Powell, his career high. Kaufman running the option on 2nd and 1. Can't get to the corner. He's shoved out. Lines up on the Wildcat for the Wildcats on 2nd and 10. The jump pass, he comes down with it. Traveling was nearly called. But Thomas hangs on to it and picks up 5 to the 5.
You know, he got some hang time on that jump. There was just nobody open. I'll have to tackle the guy at the line of scrimmage. As we see this, there's the pump. He runs up, jumps up. Nobody there. Wow. He's up in the air for a while. Can't move, does a nice job of gaining some positive ground. One of the things that's interesting, too, if, in fact, K-State scores here.
And now it's late night from the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. An early Pac-10 conference matchup. The Stanford Cardinal against the UCLA Bruins. Luck throwing again on 2nd down. Incomplete over the middle, intended for Ryan Whalen. Sean Westgate in coverage. Take a look at the UCLA defense now.
Yeah, just the opposite. There are only 4 returning starters. Very young in the D-line. Every young man made his first start last week against K-State. They've got to do a better job of gap control. Linebackers are athletic, playmaking guys. They're going to be tested by the run, the play action. The secondary, solid, dependable playmakers at safety, but young and athletic at cornerback.
UCLA gave it. 2nd down. Luck tucks it. Scrambling to the sideline near the first down marker at the 20. Sean Westgate shoves him out.
Another clock.
Out of the offset eye. Taylor picking his way through the middle of the UCLA defense. Near another first down, running right out of the tackle from Justin Edison.
Did I talk about edge? You want to see a little nastiness when you play offensive line. You're an interior offensive lineman, and we're up here raving about Andrew Luck, and rightfully so. But the nasty disposition on 52, David DeCastro, right around the pile. This is what you love to see, don't you, Coach, from your offensive lineman? Follow that back, drive that defender, drive Nate Chandler. And at the end of the play, just give him a little love tap and throw him over that pile.
Taylor. Stood up and driven back by Sean Westgate. We have
2nd and 6 here. Taylor again.
positive yards. It'll make it 3rd and short. Sean Westgate on the stop.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Sean Westgate to hold on for dear life. The little undersized, weak side linebacker, just 5'10", 217 pounds, but scrappy. And good thing he held on there. There was a nice seam created by the 5 guys up front for Stanford.
The other thing about this drive, it's very important for Stanford to get over the hump and UCLA to keep them out of the end zone. This changes to a 3-possession.
Tonight, will the UCLA defense step up and stop the Houston Cougar fast track to the end zone?
I'm feeling invincible tonight. I'm alive, take a look into my eyes. This time I'ma take you for a ride. I'm invincible tonight.
The historic Rose Bowl, scene of tonight's major battle between 23rd ranked Houston and UCLA. College football action is now.
4 wideouts in the game right now, and a single setback. Keenum give to Bell. Bell, no place to go. Great job up front that time. Westgate on the stop. And P, let's talk about the come up, check off.
Look how fast they play. Keenum's heels were in his end zone 5 plays ago.
And this time in trouble is Keenum. Throws underneath. That's going to be an incomplete pass. Bell was there. But Westgate, again, with a great push up the middle. And so far, the Bruins are able to put Keenum under duress.
They're doing a great job. Akeem Ayers has given him fits coming off the edge, and that time Larimore coming up the middle, and the will linebacker, Sean Westgate, the one that comes free. And that guy's on Keenum. He's got to make a hot read, but he's looking down.
I mean, they give you a lot to think about. Very difficult to make adjustments, very difficult to make substitutions. Here's a draw play, and Bell spins by the first tackler, gets it down to the 30, picks up about 4. Westgate on the stop.
Welcome everyone to Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where today the 7th-ranked Texas Longhorns play host to UCLA before the 6th.
Jeff locked to punt, kind of position on the field. A fake punt is more likely, but he's going to kick it. And a very high punt. Ooh, and the catch made.
Mistake.
Yeah, big mistake. Curtis Brown caught it and compounds the mistake by losing the ball. Caught it at the 4, fumbles at the 3. The Bruins say they have it, and they do.
We said it was a mistake, Sean. Here's the reason. Basic rule for all of football. In the punt inside the red zone, stick your heels on the 10-yard line. If it goes over your head, leave it alone. He stuck him on the 5 and tried to catch the ball. That ball is definitely out. It's slapped out, and that's a fumble all the way.
Sean Westgate knocked it out. He's been a terrific special teams player in recent years, become a starting linebacker this year because he just keeps making plays. So the key to this game has been mistakes, turnovers. Brown made one there. And the Bruins. Fozzie Whitaker back in and running back. They keep it on the ground. He's down just across the 40. Tackled by Sean Westgate. One of those guys who's too small. They figured he'd just be a special teams guy throughout his career, but he got a chance to play linebacker, and he just keeps making plays.
He reminds me of Virginia Tech's Cody Grimm from a year ago. He's now playing with the Tampa Bay. This kid is a player. Excellent instincts, nose for the football, can run well, always around the ball.
3rd down and 2nd UCLA turnover. Only 35 seconds left for Texas. And you might expect only the remaining time left. They'll beat the UCLA 17. 3rd and 7. Gilbert to the end zone, incomplete, and here comes a flag. And that's a big mistake if it's against UCLA because they had it well defended, intended for Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah, but Sean, I think this may have been tipped.
That's what the defenders are saying.
As Sean Westgate's telling everybody the same thing. And if that's tipped, then there can be contact down there.
This is a big call right here.
flag on the play was originally for pass interference on the defense. However, the pass was tipped. Therefore, by rule, there is no foul. Pass is incomplete.
Well, that's a heads-up play right away. I mean, Sean Westgate, he understood it right away. So here come the ball. Comes
It's very hard to imagine a field goal would do him much good. Still be a 3-score game. Garrett Gilbert might have been a design quarterback draw, and they weren't fooled. A gain of a yard, and that's it. Sean Westgate, another tackle for UCLA. And again, the penalties, the drop balls. Gilbert dumps it off. It's going to be at best a 1-yard gain to Fozzie Whitaker. Sean Westgate made the tackle.
And Sean, we just got done talking about Texas making mistakes, but I do not want to minimize the game here that UCLA has played. They had a plan going into it. They stuck with it. The offensive line.
Gilbert with time. Nice catch. Sean Westgate made Whitaker pay the price for the reception. A short gain, and the clock keeps ticking down toward 4 minutes remaining.
Sean, you'd think that this pace has to be picked up here a little. They're probably not going to win the game unless a miracle would happen. But if they're going to, that UCLA did not allow them to get past them, and a good job in pass coverage.
Gilbert throws short again. Barrett Matthews had a couple of key drops today, has a first down across the 45. But let's take a look at today's good hands play, brought to you by Allstate. It started with a bad decision and bad hands play by Curtis Brown, who fielded the punt inside his own 5 and then fumbled.
But the good hands came right there from Sean Westgate. That left hand knew exactly where the ball was, punched it out, and a big turnover. So Sean Westgate, the heads-up player that he is, makes a heads-up play and has some good hands. Should work for Allstate.
UCLA defenders want to keep them out of the end zone for the entire day. Gilbert has time, starts to run, and gets swung down by Sean Westgate. He still has a full tank of gas on this hot and humid day. Made a nice tackle near the 5.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players I've seen in college football this year. Oh, Sean Westgate. He's got a great motor. He's just a good football player. Not the biggest guy. He knows how to play.
Timeout, Texas. 11 tackles today for Sean Westgate.
It's a great day for college football here in Southern California. The Arroyo Seco, the famed Rose Bowl in Pasadena, where the Bruins of UCLA will play host to the Cougars of Washington State. And hello, Jeff Toole will have it, flushed out of the pocket. Here comes the pressure. There's the throw. Only a Bruin there. Incomplete. Out of bounds. Sean Westgate was there trying to cradle it in. All 5'11", 217 of him. Not imposing. But boy, he's all over the place.
But you know, what Sean Westgate brings is energy, and he just seems to always be in the right place at the right time.
11 tackles, a team high for the year and a career high last week to earn those Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Week honors.
And actually, he leads the team with 32 tackles. Coach starts putting new guys in, and they lose the gap responsibility.
Toole on second down will take off and run. Sandwiched at the 46-yard line. He'll be about 3 yards short of a first down. Westgate was there, 7th in Pac-10 tackling. You mentioned best tackler on this team is Toole. Took off that time, third down go.
And that is exactly what happens, is that up top you'll see number 94 gets out-contained. Instead of linemen getting pushed around, they got to be able to push up field.
Now on second down and 5, again on the delay, Winston finds some room to the outside. Going to get enough to move the chains, I think, although the strength coach getting them all set to go. This whole last week been extraordinarily hot in Southern California. Down at the 32-yard line, Marquise Wilson, he's made a couple of huge...
They have to go to their playmakers, and obviously it's one of the receivers.
The defense, including the Pac-10 Player of the Week defensively, Sean Westgate. 2 weeks ago, the Player of the Week, Patrick Larimore. The lot impact Player of the Week, Akeem Ayers. Those 3 backers digging in. Here's the give, and a first down out across the 35. Average over 8 yards of play on first
down, and that will set you up in some real beneficial situations on offense. Here comes, oh, big hit, and down he goes. Sean Westgate. Bam. Credit him with the sack. Timeout, Washington State.
And Sean Westgate, there is a tremendous story. An undersized linebacker, played special teams last year, and when all the linebackers graduated, he was in a competitive mode to win a job against Glenn Love. And he has turned the notch up so high, it's very difficult for Glenn Love to catch up in there, and he's just a playmaker. He's one of those guys, he's not big, he's not fast, but you know what? He is a ball hawk at the linebacker position, and he loves playing the game.
Yeah, serious questions about these guys. So one of the biggest question marks on the football team has turned into, overnight, one of the strongest parts of the football team. Those three linebackers, Ayers, Larimore, Westgate. Solid.
The California Golden Bears.
At least one top dollar.
Give this time, and almost popping it is Vereen. He picks up about 11 yards. Time now for Phillips Television's game break. We'll check
these guys to play a little harder and line up faster, like he said, because they're playing on roller skates right now.
Play fake this time. Riley going to throw. He's got all day. Steps up, goes Vereen. Down at the 20. Down at about the 8-yard line. First down Bears. Sean Westgate saved and tackle. And a gain of 31. I think that might have been that wheel route, huh? Safali again, left side. Again, he kind of gets underneath people, takes it down to the 31-yard. Alabama go on to lose. Where will they be in the rankings? Riley straight back. Look out! And he avoids pressure, still on his feet, and is finally really cracked. Westgate made the final hit, but again, it was Akeem Ayers, who's just been a wrecking ball.
Watch Ayers come flying in. They use him in all different kinds of places, again with his hand in the ground. Watch the effort, though. You have to play with a motor. They try to cut him down. He gets back up after missing the first sack. He gets after him again. Westgate with the big hit. And Ayers in the area. Pretty good effort.